around here. Yeah. So, anyway, these basically determine who you are and what you're good at the start. Now, skills you don't pick, you'll still have some general concept of, and you can still raise those, but it is very hard to do so, and those miscellaneous skills will do nothing for raising your character's level. What determines how you raise your character's level? Your 3 primary skills, your 2 highest major skills, and your 1 highest minor skill. So let's get to work on building our character. Here is a list of all the stats in the game. I'll scroll through them all for you. Whee! Wasn't that fun, everybody? Yes, that was an exciting adventure. Now let's actually pick one. First off, we want a weapon skill. Usually, I back in the day, I used to be a fan of long blade. Long blades in this game do the most overall damage. However, this character will be a blunt weapon specialist. And we're going to throw in some schools of magic. We are going to throw in the School of, well, if I could fucking scroll. School of Destruction, which covers offensive-based attacks. And the School of Mysticism, when I scroll to it, which is basically, it covers a hodgepodge, a variety of mystic effects. Haha, I used the word. The game. Those will be our primary skills. Our major skills shall be Critical Strike, which basically determines how, your percentage of whenever you hit, if you perform like a super cool, awesome hit and beat the shit out of an enemy. Dodging, which basically determines how well you can, dodge an opponent's attack. And we're going to pick another School of Magic, this time Restoration, which covers healing effects. Our minor skills here, we're going to be doing another School of Magic, which covers alterating things. Cop out, I know. Not that good at it. We are going to be picking a second combat skill, just as a backup, just in case we're picking hand to hand. I like hand to hand as a backup as opposed to any other skill because your fists can potentially damage anything in this game. Whereas if you use another weapon, sometimes you have to meet a certain material quality requirement. Some monsters are really just that good. We're also picking the jumping skill, which governs jumping. The medical skill, which covers how quickly you heal when you rest. The running skill, which covers, how fast you move when you run. And thaumaturgy, that might be how you pronounce it, which is another magic skill covering some other damn effects. So there we go. We have our character there. Now the skill advancement for class bar, you see, you raise in levels through skill checks. The amount, as your skills rise, the game will eventually determine whenever you're going to level. We now have an average chance, our average skill advancement, which will give us an average level advancement. You can go super high, or you can go super low level advancement. Generally, warriors tend to appear, the game warriors, tend to appear in the middle. Mages will appear up here at the top, and rogues will appear down here at the bottom. But we're not using a standard character. Now, how do you raise or lower this bar? Through advantages and disadvantages, which really, really adds some shine to a class. Now, the first thing we're going to be doing is shooting our character down by giving us a lot of disadvantages. So here's the disadvantages. We're going to make our character weaker. First, we're going to give him a critical weakness to disease. This will lower his resistance. You saw how fucking far the dagger dropped there. My character has a really easy chance of getting infected by disease. Fuck, I might go into 3 videos. Oh well, I don't care. We have critical weakness to frost, which will, kind of balance our natural resistance to a frost, which will pretty much determine if a frost attack hits us, it will do a lot of damage. Forbidden, the material iron. We are disallowed from equipping any iron items at all. We will also be disallowed from equipping any steel items at all. We will also be disallowed from equipping any elven items at all. And we will also be disallowed from equipping any orcish items at all. You really can't tell how far the dagger dropped, but rest assured, it dropped pretty far. Our final disadvantage, because you can only pick 7, will be forbidding from using long blades, because fuck those. Now, you can't pick a character like this. You can't be in the red. You have to be at the lines or somewhere in that gray space, as our character would advance too fast. And just so you know, there is an inherent danger in having a character advance too quickly. You might not have the equipment or skills required to face the higher level monsters the game will adjust to and throw at you. Like, oh, he is a higher character level. We need to throw a lich at him. Fuck, I'm not prepared to face a lich. Fuck, I'm dead. So there you go. But I like to advance pretty quickly anyway, so I end up doing it. So let's pick some advantages here, how about? There we go. So the first advantage we're going to be picking is increased majoring. This is absolutely important for any character who is going to cast spells. Sorry about that, I had to pause the video. Hope that didn't screw up anything with Cam Studio. Let me try again. Increased magery is absolutely important for anyone who is going to be casting spells. Now, for any character in the game, you will have half your intelligence score in spell points. So, for most characters who do not have any of these at disadvantage, if you have 100 intelligence, you will have 50 skill points. 50 spell points, rather, which is like, whoop-de-fucking-do. The standard classes vary in the amount of this advantage they have to offer for spell points. That's the reason why you always want to go into this, unless you want to give yourself a handicap, and make your own advantages, and choose increased magery 3 times your intelligence and spell points, which gives you a maximum spell point potential of 300 if you have 100 intelligence, as opposed to, say, 50. Of course, if you're going to be a warrior and not worrying about spells at all, you pretty much just say, fuck it. You're also picking bonus to hit humanoids. Humanoids are the most common enemy in the game, and they can't advance to quite powerful levels to match yours, so I figure, what the hell. We're also going to be experts in blunt weapons. And the dagger hasn't raised at all there, has it? Damn. We are also going to be immune to paralysis. Of course, if I had picked a high elf, I wouldn't have needed to put that here. Matter of fact, I could have given myself a critical weakness to paralysis for my class, and I still would have been immune to paralysis because of my race. That really makes the dagger drop, folks. Yeah, our dagger is still pretty damn low, but I don't feel like picking another advantage. Instead, what I'm going to adjust over here is the max amount of hit points per level. Whenever you gain a level, the game will give you half your hit points to your max, and also add in any endurance bonus you have. So if I left it here, I get 4 to 8 hit points per level, which is not bad, and you could very well easily beat, not easily, but you could still very well beat the game with that. It's been done many times. But I feel like giving myself some more health. So we're just going to raise it to 20, which puts us, that is the minimum you can go. You see there's still a little bit of red there, it looks like, but that is actually the lowest you can go on the skill advancement bar. Naturally, I could go up to 30, and I'd be somewhere closer to average. But still, I'll take 20. I'll be good with that. And those will be our advantages and disadvantages we pick. Reputations. Reputations affect your standard class, the standard member of your class's attitudes or towards these different factions in the game. At least some of these factions. This is only a small sample of the factions you'll be encountering in the game. We're going to adjust merchants down by 5, and we're going to adjust the underworld down by 5. Because fuck you both. And we're going to bump up scholars by 10. Peasants and nobility, we're going to leave unadjusted. Because peasants are pretty useful in terms of information. And nobility, nah, fuck it. Alright, we pretty much built a character here. Well, at least we built the class for a character. The final thing we need to do is name this class. This will be a necromancer. Alright. Let's move on. Now, will we like to fast start by automatically generating my character's background? Nah. I like to choose my character's career path by answering 12 important career decisions that will influence the background. And yeah, I'm definitely having to do a third video. Oh well. Moving on. What school of magic have you been studying the longest? Destruction. What motivates you into a life of adventure? Fame. In between formal study, you spent your time... I'm going to say sparring. I think that increases hand to hand. That can really come in handy. Since childhood, you have saved 100 gold pieces. In gratitude for services rendered, the Emperor gave you... What did he give me? What did we give me? I think I'm going to do a kite.